Hello?
You're
Hello.
still here. You're still here, mate.
You still here? Can you hear us?
So I think it's important to preface this episode
Hello?
with
Hello.
Jake's got a headache. I've got rough internet, and so does Kehan. So this one's gonna be a good one.
No, he's deaf. You can't hear shit. Fuck me.
You know what this is
I
like?
don't think this is.
Hello?
Hello.
Right, we can
I
hear
can
you.
see you in it, but no one's speaking. Hello?
For fuck's sake.
Stop fucking shouting. One second.
You know, it's
just-
Assholes.
Just wait.
it's like
It's
like someone's deaf, but oh my god.
He can't hear me.
Right, one sec. Just
Oh,
Here we go.
That's fucking fun going.
We can fucking hear you. Stop shouting, you cunt. There we go. I just hung up on him. Oh, sync.
yeah, that's mad.
Okay.
Fuck.
Clap on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, what the
I
boys-
didn't hear you clap.
I clapped.
None of you clapped.
I didn't hear you clap.
I clapped. Right.
Yeah,
We'll-
none
we'll
of you
wait.
clapped. Yeah, it didn't come through. Did you hear him clap, Harry?
I didn't hear him clap, but I mean, Jake's internet's fine.
Yeah, Jake, but I didn't hear him clap either.
Would we sync? You know, I say sync and then you say sync straight after, yeah? So we know how in time we are.
Okay.
Sync.
Sync.
Sing.
You're fucking joking.
I'll dip. I will catch yous on the flip.
Yeah.
Peace out, nerds.
Yeah, what of it?
Hello.
And
Welcome.
to
Yeah.
what
Of
it,
I'm
Jake.
and
I'm.
Harry.
Wow, that's going to be confusing, isn't it?
I
Welcome
love
back
it.
to another episode, everyone.
The episode sounds quieter. That's because we're missing a Kehan.
Yeah, we're less culturally diverse this week.
We're as the Tory party intended.
Sorry. Good old Dishy Rishi, following in his footsteps. Question-
following his
question mark?
lead.
Following it, yeah.
I reckon he uses the lead in the bedroom. I'm not going to lie.
You use Muse as a lead.
No, I think he uses a lead in the bedroom.
Oh,
It wouldn't
really?
surprise me. Yeah.
I don't know.
He pretends that his missus is there illegally and he likes to support her.
likes to pretend that they're paying tax properly.
Oh.
Got him.
Good.
Hang on. There we go.
There we go.
This could be the most fucking chilled, laid back episode, and then when Kian's back next week, it's just going to be fucking nuts.
Do you know what? This is actually quite good for an episode to be for Kehan not to be here.
Oh, yeah,
Obviously, we've got a little bit of time between our recordings.
we have.
And since then, I have been building up news stories, plural.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So if we're not doing the question this week because Kean's not here, I've got a couple. We can see how they sit, and we can go from there. But first of all, Harry, most importantly, how's your day?
My day was so boring today. It's been a very quiet week at work. We've had to start going into the office 6 times a month. So
6 times a month?
yeah, that sounds odd. So it'd be 1 day 1 week, and then 2 days the next, and then back to 1, then 2, and then 1, then 2. And it's fine. The good thing is, no one wants to talk to me. Apart from that, the only interesting thing that's happened to me, which I don't know why I've just remembered this, Do you remember a week or two ago I said to you guys next time we record,
Cool.
remember? Do you remember I said that YouTube had recommended me a channel and it was just not relevant at all, and I wanted to tell you guys about it.
Oh yeah.
I can now unveil to you what it was. It is called. Hang on, I've got to fucking find it. YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, recommended me the O'Gorman's Memorial Video Services, which is
Okay.
it's recorded funeral services that are then put on YouTube, and it just really took me by surprise. I've flicked through a couple, to be honest.
Are they funny? Am I gonna go haha, or is this? Am I gonna start being depressed?
Just dead people. It's just dead people, and I don't understand why these are. I'm going to unsubscribe now. But I don't know. I don't know why
They're
this
all
is.
an hour long, Harry.
I know they're an hour. I didn't watch all of it, but I flicked through a couple of them, and they're all quite depressing. And I was, part of me was tempted to put something along the lines of, "Oh, I love a bit of light entertainment in the evening," but I didn't. Obviously,
Fuck's sake.
I didn't. Okay. But it was just weird. It was just bizarre. I'm trying to think of anything other weird that might have happened. I went and saw Jazzy New. That was pretty good. What
Oh yeah, did he shout you out like you requested?
Absolutely not. And now I just feel like a fucking pleb. But I knew that risk.
Ah, well,
I knew the risk when I went to take it. I knew the risk. And
we will remember this.
yeah, when we're big and famous and he's asking to come on, we're going to say, not today, Jazzy New. Not today.
We're like, hey, Jazzy Emu, listen up, Mister. I've got lots of subscribers and I'm really talented. You can't come to our live version of the podcast. Well, you can. You just have to ask nicely, and we'll shout you out because we're forgiving people.
Yeah, realistically, if he sent us an email and said, "Can I come on?" I wouldn't particularly even think about it. I'd just be like, "Okay." How's your week been? Oh, weeks.
Fair enough. Ah, right. Yeah. So, what have I done? I've got a new job.
Yeah, how's that going?
Well, I've not started yet, Harry. I had to put a notice in.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, of
respectful
course.
to the old job.
Yeah.
But it was a bit like a breakup when I'd done nothing wrong. I held all the power. I just had to not be mean so that I didn't come out of it looking poorly. And I thought, you know what? I just got a new manager as well. So I told my new manager, I was like, listen, it's not you, it's me. Because I don't want her thinking that I was like quitting because of her.
Yeah, you got this new manager, and then immediately you're gone.
Yeah. But what I didn't realise is she was having a meeting with the owner of the company, who's been very grumpy recently. And obviously, it was going to be a bit of a tough meeting. And right before she went into that meeting, I went, I quit. Obviously, a little bit nicer than that, but so there's a words of effect. They're struggling for my replacement. So I've got a new job. I start on the 17th, which is going to be good.
Yeah.
Which means at least one more listener for the podcast.
That's true. You've got to loop them in.
Yeah. Or I'll just connect to the warehouse radio and just play it over the speakers.
Yeah, they don't get a choice.
Then they have to listen. They're like, "Can we stop this?" And I'll be like, "No."
No, you can never stop listening. We get to the latest question, and then we go back to the start again, or latest episode even.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you go from Minions to Bigfoot, all the way back to Minions, all the way through to Bigfoot.
Yeah.
As life should.
And now with Kehan's big techers coming out on TikTok, because he seems to understand it, and I do not. Hopefully that'll bring some more in.
Yeah. Oh, mate. TikTok has been my source for a lot of news recently.
Okay. I was gonna say, if we haven't done much this week, should we get right into the news?
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Well, I've got kind of a short one. I did not prep for this at all, and to be honest, it's been so long, I forgot that we did funny news.
Oh yeah.
However, I was listening to a different podcast earlier, and they were discussing like hypothetical questions, but not in the sense that we do. These are in the sense of just like terrible questions. And I found a couple, courtesy of BuzzFeed, of course. And I'd like to get your opinion on some of them.
Oh, fire away.
Okay, so question 1. Every time you poop, shards of glass come out and make you bleed. Or every time you piss, you have to wipe with shards of glass.
So this is a would you rather. This isn't a hypothetical. All right, cool, got you.
I should have explained. Yes, it's a would you rather.
Yeah. At this point, right, I think I'm gonna wipe my the end of my dick with shards of glass because if I got a bit big enough, number one, as a bloke, patriarchy, emotion, I don't really need to wipe. I can just shake it.
Yeah, shake it like no one's business. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's pretend I'm forced to wipe the end of it. So I just dab the end with the smooth part of a shard of glass.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or have penises going up and down your back like a stegosaurus?
Now, there's two thoughts here.
Yeah.
Is it only me who's got this?
Yes, it's just you. It's just you. This isn't a human-wide thing.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, number one, I run my hand through my hair a lot when I'm thinking.
Right.
And it normally starts right at the tip of my forehead, which is where, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, where the forehead clit would be if I had a vagina on my forehead. So I don't want to be like accidentally making a slip and slide because there's no way I wouldn't be touching it. There's no way I wouldn't, I'd have to wear a bandana. I think Stegosaurus wangs on the back would be quite funny because I could go swimming with a snorkel, and then you'd know if I was coming for you because
you definitely know if you're coming for me.
And then all of a sudden, target acquired, back just sticks up with a bunch of wangs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm imagining these are sizable, not mahoosive, but like
No, because I mean, if they're 1-inch wonders, it's going to be a pretty pathetic Stegosaurus. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so I'm imagining like whatever the national average is, 5 inches or whatever it is. Yeah, let's just pretend it's those. Well, being the seats would be a little bit colder, let's call it 4 inches.
Yeah.
Flicks up on the back,
Yeah.
and target's locked, and that chasing you down the beach ain't something you want. Plus, I could just pretend I had a hunchback.
That's true.
Because I don't want to be fingering my brain.
No, that's the other thing is where how deep does the vagine go into your head? Like how does the anatomy work? Like penises can just go straight to your spine.
Would you get a mind fuck? Like that would be a,
Well, every time you touch your forehead vagina, you have a stroke. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, good question. Although you could keep things in it. You put like pens behind your ears. You could put a pen in there.
What if you put a magnet in? What effect would that have on your vagina brain?
No idea. But
hang on, let me find out.
What if you put a magnet in your vagina?
I was just thinking just too close to your brain. What happens if you put a
nothing,
magnet on your brain? It can activate regions of the brain that have decreased activity during depression. And it can affect your mood.
Oh. So if you're depressed, get a vagina on your forehead and jam magnets into it.
Yeah, sorted. Easy peasy.
Depression cured.
Yeah, just stick a magnet in your vagina head. Anyway, number 3, I think. This is one specially for you, funnily enough. Would you rather drink a full glass of expired chunky milk or eat an entire bowl of mouldy strawberries?
Is seppuku an option?
Unfortunately not.
I can't decide. Because on the one hand, right,
Yeah.
as long as the milk goes down my throat, it doesn't matter where it goes after that, so I can just keep vomiting.
That's true.
And a pint's quite a lot. I'm really bad at necking pints, so. that would be a good like sort of half an hour to an hour of my life just of hell.
I suppose the thing is, a bowl of mouldy strawberries. It doesn't say how big the bowl is.
I'm envisioning a cereal bowl.
Yeah, but you can always have it out of like a kid's plastic Peppa Pig bowl.
Yeah, but we know that that's not the case. You know that's not what they're on about.
Yeah, I know.
Which that's not comparable to a pint glass.
No, it's got to be a proper bowl, not a pasta bowl, but like
No, not a pasta bowl.
like a pasta bowl full of strawberries.
I think I'd do the milk because I'd be sick anyway. Whereas if I did the strawberries, in order to counteract tasting them, I might swallow them whole. But then I'd be so much iller afterwards.
That's true. Mm.
That's the worst. Oh, that's horrendous.
Would you rather wake up and find that all of your teeth have been replaced with pubic hairs, or have your pubic hairs replaced with millions of teeth? I don't know why millions, because that's a lot. That's a lot of pubic hairs. I don't think I have a million pubes.
I don't know. I've never counted, to be honest. I'll do that later when I'm bored.
Yeah.
It'd have to be. I think it'd have to be pube teeth because although the original discomfort of having no teeth, I could trim the pubes and then I could get veneers in or dentures.
Mm.
Whereas having to get extensive surgery to pull millions of teeth out from around my genitals would cause such discomfort and scarring that I might as well never use it again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You got to remember how deep teeth roots go as well. You'd be getting that that dot thing where there's loads of holes and people throw up. Trypophobia. We're gonna go with trypophobia.
Oh, mate. Sorry,
Do you know which one I mean?
Collecting information. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is rank. This is genuinely disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out that image.
Let's have a quick look at Rooney. Oh, mate. Yeah, that's what I envisioned my genitals would look like if you pulled teeth out of it.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
But I kind of want to lick it.
What do you mean you want to lick it?
Just like it would feel funny on my tongue if it was my hand.
Oh, if it's your own hand, number one, what have you done? Number two, I suppose that's not as bad because you know where it's been. Think about all the dirt that could get into those holes. Oh, Christ. Okay, last one from me. Would you rather be a giant hamster or a tiny rhino?
Tiny rhino.
Really?
Because I don't think I'd be murdered. Like a giant hamster, I can imagine being captured and murdered and whatnot. Unless I was living as a cryptid somewhere in the wild, right?
Mm.
But I feel like as a tiny rhino, I could live in like the New Forest and no one would harm me. Plus,
That's true, but then you've got to deal with big horses.
Yeah, but they're pound for pound quite strong as well. Like if a midget took roids, I don't know how strong a hamster is if you scale it up. You know how like ants could lift 10 times their body weight?
Yeah.
So if they were human size, they could lift like tons. I don't know how hamsters translate their strength.
Let's see what Google says. Hamsters can carry half their body weight in their cheeks alone.
Shit.
So I mean,
take that back.
Yeah.
I take that. I'm being a hamster.
That's
just
not
carrying.
bad. That's not bad.
A giant hamster. Is a giant hamster, when we say giant, I'm envisioning the size of like a bear.
I'm just imagining they've swapped sizes.
Yeah. I'd probably still be a rhino. I think it'd be so much fun to live in a world that's that large.
That's true. And I think you're right. The thing with being a giant hamster is you'd be shot like immediately.
Yeah, or someone would buy me.
Yeah, that's true. Looking at facts about hamsters, and it says, believe it or not, you should not feed your hamster caffeine or alcohol. That's a fact. What?
Oh yeah, hamsters die all the time really quickly. Have you Googled like, there's like a Reddit, tell us how your hamster died.
What do you
And,
mean?
like, they have, oh, what's the word? They just die to everything. Like hamsters scare themselves farting and die. Or they nut and die. Or
Hang on.
They eat one too many things and just die.
There's an article here which lists some of them. Here we go. One guy says, I popped a balloon and it had a heart attack. It sneezed so hard it died. Mine drowned in the dog water bowl and just floated there.
Could you imagine being a a rhino-sized hamster and hearing a bang, and then you died instantly from fright.
Parents left me alone, so I let my hamster free in my living room. Why did he run straight into the fireplace? Here's the flash one you were saying about. My friend took a photo of it with flash, and yeah, it died.
Yeah, so I don't think you should be an apex predator with those sorts of setbacks.
I was holding him above my head, singing the circle of life, and I dropped him 6 feet.
Oh.
Mine shut out its organs, then died. Okay. Oh, this article's brilliant. It just lists them from all these different
you're welcome.
sources.
Mm.
Nice job, mediachomp.com. Oh, however, one of the comments says,
I'm sorry, but you're an asshole if you're laughing at these deaths. They all suffered very sad. Most of the deaths are stupidity, and I'm sure if it was your dog or cat, you wouldn't be laughing. I don't care if you got something to say. Go ahead, enlighten. Now that's going to be something to laugh about.
and then Cocksucker300 replies to that saying,
Shut the fuck up, Lauren.
Go on, Cocksucker 300. He's the MVP of the week, I've decided.
oh, right, what have you got?
Right, you can choose.
Hmm,
There's 3 here. Right?
Okay.
So, you can choose a segment from Jake's manifesto.
okay.
You can choose the most up-to-date story that's currently doing the rounds, but I don't think you'll see it because you don't do social media.
Yep.
Or you can do a story of audacity.
Let's start with your manifesto.
Okay, cool. So, for you and the viewers out there, we know Jake likes a sign. I love a good sign. You know, they tell you what to do. They're put there by people who know what they're on about. Just do as the signs say, and everyone's happy. But I think we need to go a step further.
Okay.
And you know how the internet's a safe space for people just to say outlandish things and do outlandish things. I believe that if you put a video on social media, let's say for instance, Harry, you put something horrendous on TikTok,
I
and you
throw a
said,
hamster at a wall.
yeah, all hamsters are disgusting, and if you like hamsters, you should be burned, right? Something like that. People should be able to report the video, and then everyone, as a country, it should be done by country, because I think cultural differences are important.
Yeah.
But done by country, every video that gets enough reports gets sent out to the general public, and then on a Sunday, you and the family sit around and you vote yes or no on if it's like too bad or not. And if enough people vote yes, then just strangers out of nowhere come and beat you up. They come and beat up the person who made the video.
Okay.
And you might be like, hey, Jake, that seems a bit extreme. Why would you deem that a relevant thing to do? And I I raise you the man or person known as Felix Cypher. Have you heard of Felix Cypher, Harry?
I have never heard of Felix Cypher. Please continue.
Well, let me show you, just for posterity, let me show you what Felix Cypher looks like.
What sort of content does he make? Wait, let me guess.
Oh.
Let me guess. I can guess.
Have a guess.
Oh, wow. I want to say woke shit, but also it could be furry.
Now.
Hang on. No. Is he a Nazi? Because I just noticed he's got the Hitler haircut and he's got a nose ring which hangs down like a Hitler moustache.
Ding, ding, ding. Harry's pointed out all the things. This is Felix Cypher, also known as the TikToker who claims to be the reincarnation of Hitler.
Of course.
So, generally, Felix did a few outfit checks where they're wearing trench coats that are very much styled after a famous army. He puts the little German war medals on it too. Shits and gigs.
Of course.
The majority makes videos about snakes.
Okay.
But is also just a Nazi. He claimed that he remembers Hitler's suicide as his own, and that the vision first came to him when he was 5 years old. He's got
5 years
little
old is a
scar on
young
the top
age
right
to
of his
remember
head.
being Unalived.
So the top, I think maybe top left of the forehead, the opposite way to which the hair sweeps. He's got a little scar there.
Right.
And he claims that's where Hitler shot himself. It's a lot of fun. He got cancelled because a Holocaust survivor made a video or made a comment, sorry, about him or about Nazism, and good old Felix replied with, "Haha, it's me. Sorry, my men had you in a camp, old pal, but I'm back for a reason."
Oh, good. I'm glad he's a constructive member of this society and adds so much and brings back so much that we have all desired so much. Oh, I just wish that...
No, I feel like
Go on.
he needs mental help. Like,
Yes. Without a
he
doubt.
said that he's gone to therapy and come back, and since then he only makes videos about his snakes. Really, he doesn't talk about the Hitler nose ring that he still wears. But I feel like, the day someone goes online and says, "Hey, I'm Hitler, and I share some of the views that I have," then you should be assaulted by a group of people and then told to reevaluate your life and then just continue on. There doesn't need to be any more. Because think about it, Nazis think they're safe online because they're like, "Oh yeah, we're all a community," and blah, blah. Nah, you're chilling at home one day. You've posted the wrong thing one too many times, and then boom, doors barged open. You get bodied. Everyone leaves. You know why. They know why. I mean, if you're not sold, people discovered Felix's Spotify, and it
Okay.
turns out he has a very specific fetish with egg laying, which makes the fact that he
through
owns
his
snakes
Spotify?
significantly worse. Yeah, he was following a lot of egg laying playlists slash. I don't know what the other thing was. It was playlists and something else.
What's fucking wrong with this guy? Like, who... What happened? How much did his parents not love him for him to want to become Hitler and lay eggs?
Well, people say when people criticize his family, he says, "This is my fight. It has nothing to do with them," and he talks about eugenics, not genocide. And apparently, he doesn't believe in racist values like everyone assumes, but he still likes to. I feel like if you think your past life is Hitler,
You're racist.
right, even if you woke, even if you wake up tomorrow and you're like, "Oh shit, I was Hitler in a past life," probably keep that on the down low.
Yeah, you tell
And
no
probably
one.
even, or if you're going to tell people, you're going to be like, "I'm trying to repent for my sins. I'm trying to atone." Like, you play sorry. You don't say, I just did it slightly wrong. You guys misunderstood, slipped, and there was a World War II."
Oh, he was so misunderstood. That's what people. That's what people say when they think about him. They go, "Oh yes, he wasn't a fucking psychopath maniac who should have been put down earlier. He was just misunderstood."
He was an average artist and a misunderstood dude.
Just misunderstood.
Disclaimer: Yeah, what of it does not condone Hitler or his actions.
Nice.
You can use that, keep that as a sound, and just whenever we talk about him,
Pop that in. Yeah. I just.
Yeah. So I thought, but we can get a little bit more lighthearted because on the other end of the spectrum, there is TikTok food people, right?
Okay, by food people,
Now
what do you mean?
So I think anyone who goes on TikTok and just eats food with their mouth open should be beaten up. But that's a personal wick.
Like
I'm on about people who sell food through TikTok.
Okay, yeah.
So there was a lady. Her channel was called Pickle Me Everything. Now,
Okay.
Pickle Me Everything just makes pickles, and they look really tasty. If you're into pickles, they're all. It's really spicy and interesting. It's a cool thing to do at home, I suppose.
So hang on. She makes just pickles, or does she pickle food?
She pickles lots of things.
Okay.
Chilies, peppers, onions. and then pickles themselves.
Hamsters.
But they started selling all of her pickles to people. And you know, like when you buy a jar of sauce,
Yeah.
and it's like if the button doesn't decompress, don't use it.
Yes.
There's a reason for that, and that reason is called botulism. It's a rare but serious illness caused by a toxin that attacks the body's nerves and causes difficulty breathing, muscle paralysis, and even death.
Mm.
So, you know, just just a little bit of an issue. And yeah, she was selling these pickles to people without any sort of food standards. The cans are all turning up popped. Some people were eating them. It turns out they were hand sealed and not pressure sealed nor pressure cooked.
Oh no.
And there was only some minor leaking.
Oh, only minor leaking. Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
all right. Just a little bit of nerve damage. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
So
Oh,
people
when your
were,
lungs no longer works, don't worry about it. You got another one. Fucking
yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
people should have been more informed on what was going on. But at the same time, she was just doing what the FDA shut her down. That's how bad it was. But and there was a pink sauce, babe. Have you heard of the pink sauce?
I have not heard of the pink sauce, but it sounds like a euphemism.
No. It's like ranch. It's essentially like ranch sauce, but it's pink.
Okay.
This lady who made it has made like a huge sort of base off of it. Made a multi-selling platform you can buy it in Target now. Okay.
Okay.
But she's a success story on this because she made pink sauce and it had milk in it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I, in America, made myself my pink sauce with milk in it and then put it in a bottle, did not refrigerate it nor send it refrigerated, and then sent it to you on the other side of America, you can imagine the state in which the pink sauce arrived to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
No, not going to be good at all. People called her out on it, and like she took people on news shows because one lady called her out and was quite aggressive about it, and she took her on like a talk show, a bit like Steve Harvey, but it wasn't.
Okay.
And she clearly like paid the company to talk on her behalf because the guy was like, "You might be dissatisfied, but you're destroying her business." And the lady was like, "She sent me moldy sauce. She took my money and sent and everyone knows it's moldy." But she's since changed the recipe, and the pink sauce is no longer the same pink it used to be. It's now like a weird sort of sad beige.
Oh, it doesn't sell as well. Have some
just-
nice sad beige sauce.
I think she still calls it pink sauce, but it is what it is. But I think people online doing stupid shit. Do you imagine? Like, you would think twice about putting something online, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't like ordering food online because of this. It always makes me especially with a nut allergy. It doesn't. I don't always trust it.
And you shouldn't.
No, and I won't just watch some fucking TikToker who's pickled some fucking cucumbers and that, and I'll go, oh yeah, I'll buy that off of her because she must be legit because I saw it on TikTok. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Right. Now we have option number 2, Harry. Do you want a tale of audacity, or do you want a horrific story that is currently doing the rounds?
Let's go horrific story, and then if it's really bad, we can end it with a nice bit of audacity.
Okay. So, I don't know. Have you heard about the hen do and the stag do that went to Amsterdam?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. So, the story goes as follows. Let me just find it. So, this girl has a friend called Amelia, and her friend Ellie, who's in a house share in London, goes on a hen do to Amsterdam. The stag also goes there too. It's a whole joint thing. Like, they've got a mixed social group who all know each other, so they just decide to do one big event together.
Okay.
All right. But The hen do and the stag do decide to go their own separate ways. One of the girls with the hens got super drunk. She went to a booth with a glory hole. And being drunk, she just decided to give a head to the guy on the other side of the wall through the hole.
Right.
Now, apparently in these booths, there are these buttons. And if you both press it, the wall goes see-through. It becomes like a window. And you can see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Again, being drunk, the girl thought it was hilarious to see who she'd been sucking off. So she pushed it, and the other person pushed it. And as she looks up from the cock she's sucking, it was her dad.
Oh my god. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, the stag do, hen do, they went home early because it was so traumatic. The girl's fallen out of the family. The mum's obviously not speaking to the dad. It's broke up the whole family.
Oh my god. Okay.
And obviously the internet's gone mad with it.
This is true. This has been verified. This is a true story.
I mean, people claim it all to be true.
Okay.
And it seems to be like, yeah.
I am holding my face because it's just like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's just awful.
I think at that, it's like people making all jokes like, oh, at that point you might as well just fuck your daughter. But I'm committing seppuku there and then. I'm not.
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
I'm never going home. That's my life over.
Yeah, that's it. You just become a homeless man in Amsterdam. What
Right.
is the audacity story? I need you to pull me back. I'm spiraling.
I mean, now this one is what's the word I'm looking for? It's not great.
This one isn't going to be like the same situation, but they didn't cry. They high-fived.
No, it's a little bit rough, but
Okay.
we'll get through it. So I need to shout out a TikTok channel called Ed in Burr. I like Edinburgh.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He does updates on a man called Nicholas Rossi.
Right.
Have you heard of Nicholas Rossi?
Believe it or not, I have not. No, I have not heard of
okay.
this person.
Cool. So Nicholas Rossi, who claims to be an Irish orphan by the name of Arthur Knight. All right. And a victim of mistaken identities. But officials have claimed and decided that he is actually Nicholas Rossi, aka Nicholas Aldavarian. Essentially, this man was accused of rape in America.
Mm-hmm.
He then fled to the UK.
Right.
Right, and it's very important. Fled to the UK under the name Nicholas Aldavarian or whatever. Shacked up with a girl in Essex. Turns out he still was a monster and was horrific to her. So he ran away to Scotland and changed his name to Arthur Knight. Now, Arthur Knight, although despite being married in Scotland,
Right.
committed sex crimes in Scotland too. So was arrested.
Yeah.
Right? Just can't keep it in his pants, this lunatic.
He looks terrible.
And then he looks horrendous. He caught COVID and he apparently had it quite rough. And since then has decided that he's wheelchair bound and needs oxygen masks.
Righto. Okay. Where's this going?
He doesn't. He's by many doctors has been described as physically fit and capable of holding himself up and breathing on his own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he just wheezes constantly. He's a con man. He's a very big con man. Now, there are some... So he was in court recently because the courts were saying... Americans are trying to extradite him back home.
Yeah.
They were like, he's about to be released from Scottish prison. We want him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm Arthur Knight. And they're like, no, you're not. So it was a whole thing. And they were like, we've got pictures of Nicholas Rossi and his tattoos. Lo and behold, Arthur Knight has the exact same tattoos.
Oh, funny that. That's interesting.
And he was like, they implanted them on me while I was sleeping in the prison. I don't know how you sleep through a bunch of tattoos that are old and faded, but
I've never personally gotten a tattoo. However, from what I've heard, you don't sleep through it.
it'd be very surprising for you to sleep through a tattoo, and even more surprising for them to be old and faded that you slept through. Oh, here we go. I like this. He's repeatedly attended court in a wheelchair with an oxygen bottle, but doctors have said his legs are strong and athletic.
Okay, I don't need to compliment him.
I know.
Oh, I wish someone would call my legs strong and athletic. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so he got caught originally because he was tracked down via Interpol
Of course.
while unconscious in a COVID hospital in Glasgow in 2021. Since then, he's been in prison. His fingerprints and tattoos match Interpol's database. In order to hold up proceedings, not only has Nicholas Rossi just refused to turn up a few times, he converted to Judaism while in prison so he could wear Jewish robes,
Right.
which annoyed him. It made the judge very upset. He treated him as dishonest and deceitful, and he's using it in an evasive and manipulative manner.
How though? How is he using?
I don't actually know how he used it, to be honest. Good question. Honestly, check out Edinburgh. I'll send you his channel. He's got it all. It's just loads of Nicholas Rossi updates, and he's fantastic. And he gives you all the updates. Mungo Bovi is Nicholas Rossi's appointed lawyer.
His name is Mungo.
Mungo Bovi, yeah, and he has I feel so bad for him having to try and defend this knobhead.
Mungo.
Yeah.
How ugly of a baby do you have to be to pop out and your parents go, he's fucking Mungo, isn't he?
One sec, let's see if I can get a picture of Mungo. He's not that much of an ugly looking guy. He does look a little bit like he looks like a school prefect, if a school prefect aged poorly.
Okay.
This isn't a shot at Mungo. I'm sure he does great at his job.
You know what? I really didn't think that this was what he would look like.
No, he looks like he cries and says thank you after sex.
Yes, but then is a complete dickhead to work with.
Oh yeah.
He
says, "Oh goodness me," when he orgasms.
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't say "excuse the splooge" or anything cool.
Excuse the splooge. For fuck's sake.
I feel like his name would be Bernard Groffentoff or something.
See, I was going for Jason Smee.
Jason Smee, that's a good one actually, because it sounds slimy, and he looks slimy.
He looks like he's gone. Actually, do you know that baby koalas don't actually eat eucalyptus? They eat the weird pus coming from their mother's asshole.
And then he does that weird smile. He does the weird smile. You've been mungoed.
Fuck's sake.
And then he swings away.
He looks like a Tory cabinet member who says,
absolutely,
they weren't laws, they were just rules and restrictions.
I happened to fall in love with someone whilst on cabinet. It wasn't an affair.
Oh, God.
Have you been watching SAS Who Dares Win Celebrity Edition?
I can't.
You know who's on it though, don't you?
I do, and I refuse to give him any more airtime. I hate it.
I've watched one episode with family, and there's a bit where they've got to fight each other.
Oh, it's called milling.
Yeah, and it's him versus who was he against? I can't remember who he was against. But they do an interview before, and he's like, "Well, I've never been in a fight, but when I step into that ring, I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know what's going to happen." And then he gets his arse handed to him.
Oh, I'll watch that. I'll find that clip.
He gets punched directly in the face at one point, and it's just this is fantastic.
Yeah, he deserves to get battered, the prick.
There's another bit right at the start when I have to walk along. It's quite high. I don't know. It must be 20, 30 meters high. And I've got to walk along these two metal poles connecting two cranes. And I've got to walk across it. And he's going across it and he loses his footing. And instead of just falling like a normal fucking human being, he tucks his leg in and then does a front flip between the two poles. And it's just so bizarre. And then the staff are like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not in fucking Cirque du Soleil. And he turns around and goes, "Oh, well, I was just trying not to touch the bars, staff, just like you said." And then the staff are "Yeah, we're going to pull him aside."
On a tangent, right? I've been wokeifying my mother.
Right? Oh, good.
Yeah, because I think it's important that everyone's woke.
Yeah.
Not like stupidly so, but I think there's a difference between taking things to a stupid level and then just not being up to date with what is politically correct.
Yeah.
And I was just saying about how the Tories said some horrendous things in their latest speech, such as a man's a man and a woman's a woman. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
I think it's a really tone deaf thing to say.
absolutely.
Regardless of your opinion on the situation, it's just a bad thing to say. And my mum was like, "But they're bullying our language. They're
What?
forcing me to say things. They're trying to bully us into saying other things." And I found the easiest way to explain it to her because I just went, "Well, I love you, mum. I know that you mean well. But remember back in the day when they cancelled slavery?" She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Now, all the people who were going, oh, I've got to call them people now. They're not property anymore. Oh, they should have been bullied into calling them people, shouldn't they? Because it would have been racist otherwise." And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "So the people who are saying they're not quite as assigned, you probably should be informed or bullied into calling them the right thing."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, yeah, fairs." I was like, "See, you just got to roundabout call them racist and they figure it out." But it was, yeah.
Your mum's
Explain.
great, and she was very good to me when I was a child, and I got to come around yours a lot. But that's a very Karen thing for her to say.
Oh, my mum, I love my mum
Yeah.
dearly, so much. But she says she says some misinformed things, and I feel it's my duty as a son to love her, but to also explain that it's not things we say anymore. And here's why,
Yeah.
because she's smart enough to know why. So when
Yeah.
I say that's not the case, she's like, "Oh yeah, fairs." On the other hand, my dad, quite a stern man. The only interaction he's had with you, he called you a nerd.
That's true. When I was about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never let him forget it.
Haven't you?
He hates that I bring it up consistently. Anytime I bring you up, I bring that up as well.
I love that.
Yeah, 16 years later, I still tell him. But yeah, my dad, big cis white man. Yeah, he's on like the BAME team at work, women in business. That's his jam.
The Bane team.
I'm gonna get this wrong.
Was he
but
molded
it's-
by the darkness?
No, not Bane.
What are you saying?
BAME with a Bravo Alpha Mike Echo.
Oh, okay,
It's-
I'm with you. Sorry, I just pictured
Yeah.
him wearing like a Bane mask at work and like
Just
trying to
walk around
encourage, trying to encourage
I was
women to join.
molded by the darkness. Be accepting of others. Right, let's find out what BAME stands for. Black, Asian, and minority ethnic.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad's out there. He's like, yeah, champion and all that stuff. I'm like, that doesn't. If I was going to choose one of my parents who I thought would do that sort of thing, I'd be like, that's my mum. Yeah, she's it. No, Big Daddy Jake's out there just
Spreading a good word.
being all supportive. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all my news. There's a man with audacity to lie repeatedly and still get caught, and then just make up even more lies to prolong his court sentence, hoping that it will just outlast and like he'll get bored and leave him alone.
Gotta say, it's
There's-
weird. It's weird deciding, how am I gonna prolong my court date? Oh no, I'll switch to Judaism. Why would you?
Yeah,
Why would you think that?
He just wanted to wear the robes in court, I think. I think he just listened to the song "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy far too much and thought if he said it enough, he'd be left alone.
I think what boggles me most about it is how easy he must have found it to change his name and all of his details. What was it, 3 times?
Nicholas Rossi to Nicholas Badarian to Arthur Knight, yeah, twice.
Okay, well, yeah, twice. I don't even know how to do that once.
Well, he's a con man. But also, yeah, I suppose once you make the contact to do it once, you could probably...
Call him up again, say, oh, yep,
Yeah,
we're making
I'm
a
in
change.
Ireland. Help me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
Then, yeah, there's the girl who sucks off her dad.
Yep.
And as always, I think TikTokers should be group stomped.
Group stomped. Oh, that's the other thing we should probably discuss. I got that fucking warning from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Mate,
You're
I
a
was...
racist or whatever.
No, I'm not a racist. It was so bizarre because that popped up saying you've been harassing people. Stop it. And then I closed it down, and then I got a message pop up saying you've got an endorsement of 3, keep up the good behaviour, and it gave me 3,000 Battle Pass points. And then I closed that, and I got another one saying, thank you for supporting the community. A report you filed has just been followed up on. And then I could play the game. So it had a go at me, and then gave me a
Did you
reward.
report yourself?
Huh? Did I report myself?
Hmm.
No, I don't know if you can.
I'm not going to try. I'm terrified of being reported.
The thing is now, when I have a go at people in Overwatch, I don't just do it for fun. Like if someone's been a knobhead, like they're throwing the game or they're harassing me for some reason, that's when I'll bite back and be like, stop being a cunt. And I do think now, I don't know, I've just got a feeling that they've changed the system. So once you hit a certain amount of reports, you get automatically done in, regardless of whatever. Because I'm not being funny, I've been playing Overwatch for like 6-7 years, however long it's been, and it's the first time I've gotten a warning. And I know for a fact that I have been shit talking the whole time I've played this game. So my thinking is that it's just stacked up and I've just got automatically reported.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I follow lots of Overwatch pages on social media and whatnot, and people are out there going, "Oh yeah, well, if you are going to one trick and refuse to swap, then I'm going to report you." And I'm like,
There's nothing wrong with one tricking.
I one trick to Masters,
Yeah.
as you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that that's the way to do it. I'm just saying that that was something that I did, and it worked out.
Yeah.
I
mean, for a long time, I one tricked Wrecking Ball for a long time.
Yeah. Did you want to do a wrap up of the thingy and then maybe we'll play some games or something?
Yeah, go on then.
Do you know what we should see? Do you want to be really difficult?
Yeah, go on then.
If we one word at each,
Yeah.
but we go from the last word.
What?
So, for instance,
we do it backwards.
Let's say the end. Yeah, so let's say the
Okay.
end was like so long for now. You would go now. I'd say for. You'd say long. I'd say so. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm presuming I'll figure out a way to reverse this, but yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to reverse it, wouldn't you? Yeah, it'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look.
As.
Snap.
You're at.
Snap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until.
Off.
Yes. Thanks
For
listening.
I'm
Jake
and
Harry.
and
That's
good.
bye.
Yeah, what of it? Mungo.
You've been mungoed.